Coming up in today's episode.
You do not tell your family members that you hate them in an aggressive and horrible way. She slammed the door that f***ing hard that it fell off. Where were you?
I was just making a cup of tea, observing the chaos. What a lot of the advice I've given is sort of pick your battles. Some of the time when it really justified, I was standing there with so much pride. I was like, oh, the last 11 years of grief have been worth it just for this moment. He's a fucking builder.
That's what I mean. So it's not the spotlight's problem. It's your problem. You are the problem.
He fucking put them in. Sorry, if guys see you rage clean, the last thing I'm fucking doing is sitting down and telling you that. Welcome to the Fun Dad, Dean and Wife Unfiltered podcast. I am Dean.
And I am Sara. Okay, so I needed to debrief with all of you listening because we have had some drama in our house. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't really know how to deal with it. I am an early years teacher through and through. I'm good with the younger kids. I can give you mountains of advice. But my goodness, help me with these teenage years. She's not even a teenager yet. She's 11, but I can't cope.
I think I can give you some advice because I am the pro at preteen.
You're pro. You just like, oh, I'll buy it for you. Oh, I'll do whatever you want. I'll be the good cop in every scenario.
Should we tell the story of what happened then? So then we can sort of give our opinion on it.
Basically, and may I just add, this is not the first time she has done this. This is the second time.
Oh, it's starting to build up more and more.
This is the second time she has done this in our house. And I kept quiet about it the first time. I was a bit embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you've just done that.
Kept quiet about it?
Well, like in terms of like on social media, on the podcast, like, didn't, I was a bit like, oh my God. Anyway, so the other day, we're in our house and Ruby, our youngest, has a gymnastics bar. Smack bang in the middle of our lounge. Fine, I'm getting over it. She's really enjoying it and she's doing it. But I'm like, wow, that is a sacrifice for us, isn't it?
Yeah, but she uses it all the time. She does. It's worth it.
So anyway, so they're on this gymnastics bar, the 11-year-old and the 7-year-old, and they're arguing over it. I'm like, guys, can we not argue over the bar? Just take it in turns. Like, it's not a big deal. No. They had to argue over it. And then Daisy, the 11-year-old, told Ruby that she hated her. Now, I'm sorry, I will not have that. I just won't. You do not tell your family members that you hate them in an aggressive and horrible way. So I was like, absolutely not. You don't speak to your sister like that. Because, like, Ruby's crying about it. She's really upset. Daisy hates me. Because she doesn't hate her. They get on, like, most of the time. But when they don't, they don't. Anyway, so me being me, I was a bit like, oh, she's such a bitch. Like, fucking hell. So I just went, go to your room, get out of my sight. Probably not the best thing I should have said. I know that, but she'd piss me off.
Calling her a bitch ain't great either.
I didn't call her a bitch to her face. I'm calling her a bitch now.
But she might listen to this back in when she gets a bit older.
I don't care. Daisy, if 30-year-old you is listening to this, on that day, you were a bitch.
Okay.
My mum's going to tell me off again now. Anyway, so I was like, get to your room. And she walked out of the door to the lounge and slammed the door so hard that what I have now learnt is called architrave, so the wooden bit around the frame of the door, fell off. She slammed the door that fucking hard that it fell off. Anyway, so she didn't even notice. And then I've noticed that it's fallen off. And I've gone, get back down here and see what you've done. And she's been like, but you told me to go to my room. And I was like, no, get back down here and see. But you told me to go. And I was like, this is not a productive or conducive argument. This is not going well. I didn't deal with it well. Where were you?
I was just making a cup of tea, observing the chaos. Do you know what though? Sometimes I just feel like if I'd got involved there and I'd lost the plot, I'd have ended up getting told off. So sometimes I just let it play out. And in that scenario, sometimes our youngest puts the bullets in and our oldest fires them, which means there's a lot of antagonising coming from the youngest. And the oldest loses the plot, and she's the one that gets in trouble, and then she feels like she's getting sort of picked on by us, and then she really loses the plot like that. So that does happen quite often in our house. I was watching that scenario, like Daisy goes to use the bar, and Ruby's like, that's my bar, you're not using it. And it's quite antagonising for someone to, I feel. So,
You always have Daisy's back.
I do always have Daisy's back.
Yeah.
I do, because I don't know. I feel like sometimes we're a little bit too on her, like telling her off so much that she gets kind of.
You never tell her off.
I do.
When have you told her off in the last week?
I think she's getting to that age now, pre-teen age, where she is getting mouthy. Oh gosh, she can be sharp-tongued big time, and she is losing the plot a bit more at home. But me just having a go at her about everything, I don't feel like is going to be a good solution.
Well, I turned to Instagram. I did, because I was just like, Mr. fucking sitting over... I'm swearing a lot today. Sorry, Mum. You sitting... I was just making a cup of tea. Like, okay, great. Just observe the madness ensue and watch me get more and more dysregulated as I'm about to explode.
Well, I turned to Instagram to ask people... Like you can't, both of you can't go in and step in.
No,
you were handling it, and then I would talk...
I wasn't
But then I would go up after, and I'd go...
That's questionable.
So I went up after, and I said, you cannot speak to Mummy like that. Go down and say sorry. And then she wrote you some, like, sorry note and all that. But go on, carry on about Instagram.
So I asked Instagram, and I was... The advice varied, and it was just another stark example in black and white as I was going through my phone of how parenting is such a wild ride, because so many people had different views on how to deal with it. Like, from both ends of the scale of, don't worry, at least she took it out on a door and that couldn't hurt anybody. Don't worry about it, it's her feelings and emotions. All the way to, I would have removed the door. I think people presumed it possibly was her bedroom door. I didn't be that specific. But people were like, I would have removed the door, no devices for a week. She'd have been in massive trouble. She had to earn it, pay for the door. Like, there was all kind of like ends of the spectrum. And I probably sit in the middle with that, maybe teetering a little bit more to like, I need to come down you a ton of bricks right now because this is not happening again. But I think for me, the main trigger that she did was, do you know what? It was her saying that she hated Ruby. I just have a real problem with that, because she doesn't hate her. And I feel like families should always have families' backs and don't speak to her like that. You don't hate her.
I don't agree with that. But you've got to remember they're siblings, and siblings do argue and they do say stuff.
I don't know if I've ever told my siblings that I hate them.
Well, not when you were a kid.
No.
What can you remember?
No, I don't. That's not in my...
My brother used to whip me around the back of a snooker cue.
Yeah, and my sister hit me around the face with a paint roller.
Oh, that's much
Which was
better.
heavy. And I actually have a scar for it here. And, we did have massive rows. Like, once she whipped a skirt off me that I borrowed off her in front of a load of boys. And because it was her skirt and it had poppers down the front, she just ripped it off me and left me standing there in my knickers. Like, she has done some horrible things to me in the past. But I never said I hated her. Because I don't. But do you know why I think it bothers me? It's because I saw an episode of Grey's...
You've told me you have before.
Yeah, but I do hate you. I have a love-hate relationship with you.
Fucking hell, man.
But there was this episode of Grey's Anatomy, basically, and it stuck with me. And there were these two sisters, and I can't remember what they'd done, but they'd ended up in hospital, both of them, and they were arguing in the beds next to each other, and like all the Miranda Bailey and all the like doctors had to kind of like intervene and try and mediate between these sisters. Anyway, the sister said to the other sister, basically, as she was going off for a scan or whatever, I hate you. And, like, you're the worst sister in the world. I think she actually said, I wish you would die. I think it was really, really harsh. But anyway, I hate you was in there. And anyway, long story short, the sister went off to have her scan or whatever, crashed and died. And the last thing that this sister had said to her sister was, I hate you. And I just don't think they should speak to each other like that.
No, I agree.
I don't.
Maybe I'm a little bit too soft with I am a bit soft with the older one. I just feel like this is what I think's happening. I think they're going through major changes. They are. And
so am I. Perimenopause. You don't go easy on me.
Oh my God.
Carry on.
Just let me finish. So she's going through a lot of changes. I feel like at school and outside of the home, they have to kind of keep these I know people are going to go, stop being soft, gentle parent, and all this. But they keep all these feelings in a bit. And I think they let loose at home. So, like, the people outside see Daisy as quite nice, quite endearing. And we see this absolutely volatile
Ticking time bomb.
Ticking time bomb all the time. And I think sometimes...
Wonder where she gets that from.
Yeah, but when they're going through these periods, I think you have to absorb a lot of that. I think a lot of the time when you just keep going back at them and back at them, back at them, you get this almost war-type scenario in your house. And I think what a lot of the advice I've given, sort of pick your battles. Some of the time when it really justified, like they need proper discipline, take things away, blah, blah. But if I was 10 days off all day... we would have like the worst.
No, I know.
You know what I mean?
What I did when she did that at the weekend is, like, to be honest with you, I wasn't ready to speak to her. I was so, the way she spoke to me as well. And then there was no immediate like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I broke the door. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. It was just like she was in that zone. She was being horrible to me, horrible to Ruby, and I just thought, nah.
She's the sort of person. She's the sort of person who would go with the architraves too weak.
Yeah, it was the door's fault. It was the door's fault. I mean, I do kind of think that. Anyway, I mean, Dean's tried to fix it, and it looks fucking awful. You should have left that to me. You should have left that to me.
I made a video on Instagram about this, and I made a video. I said in the first version of the video, I said architrave. The architrave fell off. Then I suddenly thought, is it an architrave? I don't want to say.
You only knew that because I told you.
Yeah, and I thought to myself, I don't know whether it is an architrave. I don't want to say that and architrave something else because I'm so shit at DIY. So I just said rim of the door in the end. I had another version. Then I've got the piss taken out for that. So I was, oh, fuck it. I should have just quickly Googled it.
Rim of the door. What the fuck?
I know.
I know.
Shit with DIY.
He is shit. So Dean's tried to fix it and it's completely on the wonk and it's absolutely shit. You should have left it for me.
I just knocked it in my fist.
But you know what? So many people were saying, I think people presumed it was her bedroom door they were slamming, and so many people were saying like, oh, I'd have removed the door. And I thought, do you know what? If I did have a kid that did keep on slamming their door, I would do that. If you cannot respect this house enough that you are slamming doors and it's cracking walls or it's breaking the architrave or you're breaking the handle or whatever you're doing, then you don't deserve a door. And I am team that. I am team go that hard, remove their door. The only problem is I don't have the skills to remove a door.
The thing is, and neither do you. For me, it depends on what she's doing. If she's rude to me, I can absorb a lot of that. But if she's like, say, rude to a kid outside of school, or bullying a kid at school, or being really bad at school and stuff like that, or spoke to someone outside school really badly, then I would come down on a ton of bricks. If she's just getting frustrated, I can absorb a lot of that stuff. I know.
Yeah. Well, I decided later on then, with the helpful handy hints of hundreds of you on Instagram, so thank you so much, because I really didn't know what to do. We sat down later and we calmly kind of came to a discussion about what had happened. And we actually both agreed that if she goes around in our house slamming doors again, that Uncle James, so my sister's partner, will be coming round with his toolbox and will be removing her door. At which point she was like, what? No, I need my door. Well, if you can't respect doors in this house, you can't have one. And she was a bit like...
It's made absolutely fuck all difference.
She hasn't slammed a door since. I mean, it's been less than a week.
She's been amazing with her mouth. Like
her mouth, no. I can't remove her mouth, though. Oh, if you start speaking to me like that, I'm going to pull out your teeth. I can't exactly go that harsh,
I've just got to say, she's got a hat-trick for the school yesterday in a 3-1 win, so I'll forgive any language if she can continues to play like that. I was standing there with so much pride. I was like, oh, the last 11 years of grief have been worth it just for this moment.
I know.
She scored outside the box as well in the top corners. Unbelievable. Anyway, should we move on?
I missed it because I was in the hairdressers.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Tough life.
I don't like being a football mum. Gymnastics mum is my vibe. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, so obviously us not being able to fix the door. I mean, actually, I think I would have given it a good go had you not have just done what you've done and pushed it back in wonky with all these pins hanging out everywhere. That was a bit of a dig. I'm got me thinking, like, in the houses, in our house, in other people's houses, I was thinking about gender roles. So, for example, I put up a little bit of a... Do you know what? It was complete passive-aggressive. So we was at my mum's house, weren't we? And we cooked the roast dinner, and my mum cooked it. And anyway, and then all the men afterwards, after we'd eaten this roast dinner, even though the women had cooked it, even though we were all off, everyone was there, they just sat there. And like all the women are running around, picking up the plates.
I don't think I did. I played some darts.
Yeah, you were playing darts with my brother.
Well,
whatever. No, they were in the lounge. Whatever. It was like all the women, and I thought to myself, do you know what? Every single time, whether we're at, like wherever we are, it's always the women. Generally, I'm not hating on all men. that get up and clear it up, and why. And it got me thinking about these gender roles and how, like, for example, in our house, we like to joke with each other, and I'm like, that's a blue job. It's not, and we say like pink jobs and blue jobs. And obviously in your house, you know, you might be a same-sex couple, you might be a single parent, like whatever. I'm saying in our house, it's a pink job and a blue job, but it's about sharing out those roles within your house. And obviously for us in our house, it's just easy for me to say pink job, blue job, because, you know, we are a different gender. And I say that. But it got me thinking, like, why? Like, why? I have this expectation of you, but sometimes I don't think that you know. Like, for example, in my head, I don't know why, but in my house, I think changing a light bulb is a blue job. I don't want to change the light bulbs. I'm short. It's difficult for me to do. Like, I can't reach. I need to go and get a step ladder. Like, in my head, I'm like, changing a light bulb is a blue job.
I do change the light bulbs.
Yeah, but I have to tell you to change them. You don't just think in your head, oh, the light bulbs, there's 3 light bulbs gone. I'll just change them.
Well, whoever put the light bulbs in.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm telling you now,
It's always the fitter's problem.
No, but
never yours.
You can't fucking unscrew the spotlights properly, so there's like 2 that I can't get in. And then
Have you not noticed? You
And-
know the 2 you couldn't get in?
Yeah.
Have you not noticed?
No.
When James came round the other week, I went to him, James, can you just
He's a
fix this?
fucking builder.
That's what I mean. So it's not the spotlight's problem. It's your problem. You are the problem.
He fucking put them in. He's the one that put them in.
He didn't put them in.
He done the holes. And they're the problem.
No, he didn't. The electrician would have done that.
He done something.
He was the plasterer.
Or he plastered them wrong then.
Also, I appreciate all the help that he's
No,
given.
I know,
And
of
he
course,
didn't do
but-
him wrong because he managed it just fine. Took him less than 5 seconds. You were up there for like 20 minutes having a fucking fight with the spotlights. So I think it's a you problem.
Do you know what the worst thing is I would have got that done if I didn't have you staring at me, watching me do it. And then I'm struggling to get this thing out. She's staring at me more. And I'm thinking, then I'm kerfuffling with it even more. And I'm thinking, she thinks I'm a right user.
But what I'm saying... Ooh, C word? Yeah,
No.
I do. Anyway.
No, I didn't say it.
Oh, I thought you said the C word.
I was going to.
Oh, okay.
I stopped.
You stopped.
Said something else.
You said, what did you say?
Twat.
Oh, a C twat.
Yeah.
A quat. Anyway, but I was just thinking to myself, do you think the roles are helpful? Okay. And do you think by distinguishing roles in the house it helps? Or do you think it just builds resentment when the other person doesn't do the roles? For example, like the bins. In my head, I see the bins as a blue job.
Absolutely, I do them.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
but
quite good at the
what
bin.
happened? Oh, you're quite good at the bin.
I'm
Are you?
unbelievable at it.
Do you clean it?
No.
No. So when you take the bin bag out and you notice there's a bit of maybe rotting food at the bottom of the bin, what do you do?
Stick a bin bag on top of it.
Right. So the bins are
hidden,
not
isn't it?
completely a blue job.
95%.
But because I expect you as like the role in our house, like you do the bins, like whatever, I expect it of you. When I look in the bin and it's full and it's not been emptied, I'm like, fucking twat. But do you know what I should just do is empty it myself. Like why? Because we've like kind of established these roles in the house. When you don't do them, I'm like pissed off at you.
But I do think there should be
but
roles.
Why shouldn't I just see
hold
it
on a
and
minute.
empty
I
it?
think there should be roles because obviously we are a team, and I think roles make it easier. So say if we're doing jobs on a Saturday, I'm fine with doing all the jobs on a Saturday, but I just need to know what to focus on because sometimes I'm doing something you're like I'll do that and you go and do this. So if you had like proper established roles within the house, if you said to me, right, your job is the bedroom. Or we agreed that.
So I've got the mental load of dishing out.
No.
the
So let's say we sat down together and we put them all out. And so like, my room, my job is the bedroom. And if that becomes a mess, that's on me. Then that's me. Yeah.
Yeah.
If like no one's got that role assigned, then it just kind of gets out of control. And then we're like looking at each other thinking, "What the fuck's happened here?" Like I think that could actually be quite a good idea if we sat down and go. That's yours. That's yours.
That's what I mean. Give out jobs because I think we've kind of established these roles after the last after being together all these however many years, too many.
Stop having digs.
I know. Just a little bit of banter with you.
Be nice on the podcast.
I am nice to you.
You're not nice at home. At least be nice here.
Anyway. But like dishing, I forgot what I was saying now.
Dishing out jobs.
Like, dishing out the jobs, but is that the best way to move forwards? Shouldn't it just be in a house, we see a job needs doing and we just do it?
No, because then you
Like, for
no,
example,
because then you end up just walking around the house just doing jobs all day.
Yeah, which is what I do.
No, but that shouldn't be your life, Sara. That shouldn't
Well,
be.
it is my life.
No. If you thought to yourself, well, these are mine and they're his, and yeah, if his does start getting out of control, then he's the bottleneck of the house and he needs sorting out.
Do you not think that starts to? I don't know. I feel like it's a catalyst for potential resentment and arguments.
Well, because if they're not doing it as quickly as you want them to do it.
Yeah. That's the only thing. Like, I think I'm torn between the two. I
Right.
kind of like the idea of roles and having jobs and knowing what each one of us needs to do and getting on with it. But is it also a recipe for potential resentment and getting annoyed?
I
with
think
the
there's
other
often
person?
like a respect for the other person. So say like, I know you say that I leave the breakfast out sometimes, but you never come back and the fucking like kitchen is a complete wild mess. Like, I keep it to a standard all the time when I'm in there. Mate, the problem is it might not be your standard. That's the thing. That's the difference. Like, sometimes you come in, there's a couple of crumbs on the side, and I'm like, man, like, I'm working. Like, maybe I've missed those
You're
crumbs.
not always working when the crumbs are on the side.
Yeah, all right. Then if I'm not working, I'm crumb cleaning. Like, there's got to be kind of some give in these jobs. You know what I mean? We spoke about it before, like me not helping out, but having the jobs at home. But we got different expectations of when they need to be done.
If, just quickly, if you had to list 10 jobs in the house that are purely yours, could you?
Oh my God, here we go.
No, here we go. Is it actual, genuine?
I'll have a pen and paper and I'll write them down.
No, I'm just a little curious question.
What, that are actually 100% mine?
Yes.
You name them. You name 10 for you.
For me?
Well, there's 10. There's a lot. There's more than 10 that I do.
For me?
There's more.
Cleaning the shower screen, cleaning the skirting boards, sorting out the kids' hair, doing the kids' wardrobes.
Hold on.
Cleaning the shower, cleaning the shower screen, cleaning the shower trap, cleaning the bath, cleaning them, all the chrome in the bathroom.
5 of them were shower. You can't claim.
Yeah, but it's
5.
all different. All right, okay, all different parts. Washing the kitchen floor. How many times have you ever washed the kitchen floor? How many times have you washed the bathroom floor?
Can't be. I haven't seen you do it.
How many times do you strip the beds and wash the sheets? How many times do you defluff our velvet bed or velvet sofa?
How many times do you put the bed sheets back on?
I asked you. I do actually do it sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I do all that
Yeah.
stuff. You can't say,
I didn't list the bed.
You can't say bloody kids' hair when I do it after days. How can you say kids' hair?
Taking them to the hairdressers, getting a haircut.
Taking them to the hairdressers?
Yeah, that is a mental load. That is a job. There is. I do a hell of a lot more than you. Come on. Look, you're sweating. You're literally sweating. And
I
like,
hoover a
wiping
lot
it
more
brown.
than you.
Bull fucking shit. You don't even know. Ruby had to show you how to change the attachment on the Hoover because you didn't know how.
Don't use that one. Doesn't matter. I still
You
hoover.
can't Hoover properly without the attachment. Anyway, oh my God, we're having a row. But what I mean
Because I think you do build up resentment for me quite a bit in the
do.
house, and I feel like it would be better. I work a lot better under kind of structure. So if I'm just expected to kind of just do jobs all day long in the house and do bits and pieces.
It's not about doing jobs all day long in the house. It's about seeing when something needs to be done and doing it.
But that's
for example,
that's never ending.
I know.
But
that's
not,
my fucking point.
But you live here once, and then you live here once, and then you die. So what's the point in just doing never-ending fucking jobs?
I don't want to live the whole. If I've only got one life on this planet, I don't want to live in a shithole.
But you're not living. You're not living at all if you're just walking around cleaning the old place all the time, are you?
Oh, we're just so polar ends of the spectrum on this.
No, we're not.
We are.
No, we're not. If you said to me, if I knew my role, one of my roles in the house was keep our bedroom clean, that would be fucking mint all day long. Because I know that I'm now in charge of that, and I like that, and that's why I do it.
Okay.
The garden was mine. Yeah, I outsourced it to gardeners, but that doesn't matter. That does not matter. If I want to outsource my work, I can.
And then who has the mental load when they arrive of telling the fucking gardeners what they need to do? Me.
Well, no, because
They turn up, they're like, what do you want done today? I'm like, I don't know, I'm not a gardener.
Yeah, that's why I tell them, you're the gardener, sort it out.
Yeah, then they're like, what do you want us to do? I'm like, I don't know.
It's a garden. Garden it. Do you know what else would really help as well? Because we did do this for a while. We had a cleaner, and
we haven't had a cleaner for years.
We haven't had a cleaner for years, but a lot of people say that get a cleaner because that gives you kind of timeline to get the house mint, and then not a time.
Yeah, I would.
But
I would
back
like.
sort of, yeah.
I would actually really like a cleaner. I've struggled to find one, that works for me and works for us at the moment, because I end up cleaning.
You just have unbelievable expectations. Like the cleaner comes in for the first time, they don't know the house, so they're just getting used to it. They might not do 100% job, but they might do like 70%. But the more that cleaner keeps coming, the better I think the work will get, because they get used to you. They get used to like the nooks and crannies of your house. So we just need to give
you the fucking cleaning expert.
No, but I think that's what happens. I think that's what happens, and I think 80% done by someone else is better than 100% done by you.
But I've got to admit, I do think stuck in the back of my mind are these like traditional roles. Like, as we've kind of even sitting here saying this today, I do have like in the back of my head like these traditional roles stuck in the back of my head, like that I can put my hands up and say, I am 38 years old. I have never used a lawnmower. Like, I would never cut the grass.
No.
Like, there are certain... Although I do other gardening stuff, like I'll try and hack at a tree with a rusty saw, won't I? Which you laughed at me.
Fucking hopeless.
I know, fucking hope. But I give it a go, and I try, and I do stuff, and I do the jet washing, and there's lots of other stuff that I do. But I don't know why, in my head, I'm just like adamant that I see cutting the grass as a man's job.
I don't understand why people don't love cutting the grass. That's one job. I know I outsource the gardening, but I only outsource it because I don't like weeding, I don't like edging, I don't like that like nooks and like little bits. But the lawn is great. Just walking up and down the grass. It's a fucking piece of piss. Gives you like 20 minutes outside and just going up and down.
But do you think... I think what's happened, perhaps, is that, like, society has evolved to the point where more mums are working than ever before.
Yeah, I know what you're
and the shift hasn't quite happened, is that we're still kind of... Not always, but a lot of people are still in that mindset of those like traditional gender roles that evolved at a point where women did stay home more, men went out to work, all that. But now what's happened is that, you know, financially women have to go out to work as well, but the men's role hasn't quite caught up in terms of evening out the housework in the home. And that's very generalised, and I'm speaking from my experience and maybe some of my friends' experiences. But in my circle, that's definitely what it feels like.
Yeah.
Would you like? Can you see it from
I
a
don't want to bring
perspective
this
of?
into it, but I'm going to because
but what? Can you see it from the
I
perspective
am at work
of a woman?
more than you as well.
But are you?
Yes.
Okay.
You're off Thursday, Friday, and I'm not.
When you say off,
I know you're doing stuff at home.
yeah, but I filmed the podcast, I planned the podcast, I did stuff for Board Game yesterday. That was a good 2-3 hours of my time working. I'm not off.
I don't want to row about
I
work.
do all the swimming lessons.
Hold on a minute. I have a full-time job and I have Fun Dad Dean and Fun Dad Games.
It's not a competition though. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the gender roles.
No, but I haven't got. If I'm not working more, I haven't got as much time to put into the house. That's the only part I'm saying. I still do stuff around the house. It's not like I come home and I just put my feet up. I'm like, where's my dinner, darling? Then you bring the dinner over and I just fuck off upstairs. Like, that's not... come on, Sara. That's so unfair. That is a joke, by the way. Who does Ruby's bedtime every night? You don't want to do that.
Yeah, because calmly and concisely. What is that thing? We listen and we do not judge. Because, Dean, if while you are putting Ruby to bed, I am cleaning the kitchen, doing the washing up, putting it away, washing down the surfaces, cleaning the floor, getting things ready. No.
Let's get back to the
doing the
debate.
washing, putting washing up. That's what I'm doing whilst you are putting.
Yeah, no.
However, if I put Ruby to bed, I come back down, it's a shithole, and you say, "Don't worry, I'll do it in the morning."
And I do.
But that we have different
opinions. Yeah, I know. So because the thing is, you are much more of a night. You can work at night. You can even write the podcast at night. At night time, I am next to useless. I'm such a morning person. Like today, I got up at 4:30. I could do stuff then. I don't know.
Did you?
What?
At 4:30?
Yeah, I did social media stuff for Board Game. I did loads of stuff.
No, yeah. So that's what I mean. You did stuff for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did stuff, but but when I got down, I can't be clattering around at 4:30 doing what...
Yeah, our house is too small for that, to be fair.
No, I know, but... can't remember where we were now. I don't argue about who.
No, we're not arguing. I don't want it to turn
who does
into an
more out of
argument.
me and you. But the gender role thing, I think what would help in our house is if we did have not designated areas. That's probably the wrong thing.
Yeah, but would it though? Because then if you don't do your area, like I'm wondering if that does help or if that hinders.
No, I know, because if I know in my head, I know in my own mind, if I have a designated area and I'm slacking, I won't allow that.
Yeah.
Like if say if the bedroom and that is my thing, that's my thing, and I know you just do get all your makeup stuff out of it, but I don't mind putting that away all the time. So that. And the hair dryer and all that, I don't mind putting all that away.
I can't put the straighteners away when they're hot. You have to cool them down before you put them away.
But just say if that was, I wouldn't let that get out of control. But I think because it's both of ours.
Yeah, but do you not? Oh, I saw a video and it was like, see it, do it. Maybe we just need to do that. Like, for example, if you see something at the bottom of the stairs, or maybe your eyes are different to mine and you don't see it, but don't walk over it. Take it up the stairs.
I just don't see it. My head, sometimes I'm in my head and I'm thinking about something and I don't see the clothing on the floor. I don't shut cupboards very well. I don't see that stuff. I don't. When you say, look, you lock all the cupboards are open, I've forgotten. I didn't even know I'd done it.
We laugh about that. That is funny.
And then when you came into my office yesterday, there was 5 empty cups on the desk.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
I hadn't noticed that.
Really? Yes.
No.
So I went into Dean's work yesterday to drop off some keys.
People are going to think we're right, tramp, but.
And I was literally like, I actually took a picture of it, and I was like, Dean, you've got 5 empty mugs on your desk, and your waste paper bin is overflowing with like packets. I was like,
and then but then what I do straight away, I was like, that is bad. And I cleaned it all up, but when I was living in it, I hadn't even noticed it because I was working.
I'd love to be in your brain for a day. Can you imagine that? You know, like they did like wife swap back in the day on Channel 4. Can you imagine doing brain swap? That would really be good.
I think it would help relationships.
Yeah. To be in each other's brains for a whole day.
Because sometimes, like, you're walking around with the ump, and I think to myself, she's got the ump on me, but I'm not even sure why. But if I knew why, and a lot of the time it's like built up resentment to say like
it's rage cleaning. If I'm rage cleaning, don't you dare sit on that fucking sofa.
Oh my God.
You get the hell up and you get involved and you get stuck in and you get the kids to get stuck in.
Sorry, if I see you rage clean, the last thing I'm fucking doing is sitting down and telling you that. Kids, do you want to go to the park?
Do you ever rage clean?
No.
Never?
Never.
So that's not like an outlet that you feel you would ever do. So if you were feeling really, really angry, what kind of ways would you try to de-anger yourself? Like, what would you do? Like, what are your...
I just need to be left alone for an hour or go for a walk for an hour and just get my head straight. And often some of the times when I'm really angry, like an hour later, I'm like, oh, I'm just overreacting. And I come back, or I see it from a different perspective. So say when the kids were really little and like it was much harder and came back and the house maybe was a mess, I used to come back and I remember right at the start I used to get the ump with that because you were off, we had a baby, no, not off, but you know, some days it's really difficult with kids and they do mess up the house really quickly. I used to come back and sometimes I'd be like, the toys are everywhere. And you know what I'm like with toys everywhere. I can't wait to put them away. Like it makes me all like edgy and anxious when it's like all messy. You're more like dirt and clean, I know. So I used to get home and I think, it's made me angry inside, but just try and see it from their perspective and just tidy it up. And I just help. But what I would do is I'd get in, I'd like tidy it up really quickly and you'd notice me doing that. And you'd be like, you know how busy I've been all day? I've done this because sometimes you tidy up the living room
I don't use a tone like that.
No, but sometimes you tidy up the living room 5 times when the kids are small.
Oh,
but the person coming in
doesn't know that you've already
doesn't know you've done that because they're just getting toys in and out. So I don't know. I don't necessarily get angry that much about that sort of stuff.
See,
I get stressed with.
I think, and it might be pathetic, and you're probably listening thinking, "Come on, Sara, get a grip." But I genuinely think that my mood on a day-to-day basis is impacted by how tidy, clean and organised our house is.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like sometimes, say if we've got people coming over and we get the house to like the best state it's ever been in,
for like a day.
For like a day, it's beautiful living in there. Like you think, oh God,
is it beautiful?
It's fine, it's good, and you think to yourself, like I wish it was like this all the time, but it's impossible to keep it like that all the time. It is impossible. If you want any kind of existence that doesn't walk around the house, tidy up all the time,
Yeah.
it's impossible.
So I just have a question then. So this is a question that I thought I'd ask. So if I was to disappear for a week,
Yeah, that's a good one.
what do you think you would find the hardest in terms of those like roles?
I think the hardest bit I would find is the kid stuff. The kid stuff that I don't even know that's going on. So, like, in terms of the house, obviously I don't have it the level that you expect.
So you wouldn't give a shit.
No. So I do. So when I come home on my own, I come up in the caravan.
No, I'm talking about with the kids.
With the kids, a lot of it is the kid stuff. Worrying about what they're going to eat, worrying about what they're doing for school, worrying about whether their clothes are ready, all that kind of stuff. I don't necessarily. Obviously, I do their lunch boxes and I take them to school, but I don't worry about what they're going to have in the lunch boxes. I just look in the fridge and put it in there.
Yeah.
I don't eat fucking anything anyway. And then I just take them to school, but I don't necessarily worry about what clubs they're doing. Like, I didn't have to sign that football disclaimer. I didn't do any of that stuff. I took her to football. I did the fun bit, watch her, but I didn't. So that stuff I would find, oh, fucking hell, I've got to do this, got to do that.
The admin bit.
But in terms of keeping the house tidy, again, I think I would find it not easier, that's the wrong thing. It wouldn't be as tidy, but I would find it more relaxing because I don't have a certain time. I have to get it done. I was away for a few days. I could almost like push it back a couple of days and then rush it all in at the last day. Like when I'm away, when you're in Wales, I'm at home. Sometimes the dishes are like 4 or 5 deep by the sink.
Stop
and I think to
it.
myself, I'll just do that the next day. When you're there, that dish gets washed up the minute I've eaten. So in a way, I'd find it more kind of relaxing with the housework, but the stuff with the kids, that sort of mental load stuff, and that would be hard.
Yeah. Well, maybe you have found.
What
a
about
way...
you? What about you if I went away?
If you went away.
If I went away.
What would I miss?
Yeah.
I think I'd miss the tandem stuff that we do. So, for example, like you say, like you'll go up and do Ruby's story and put her to bed whilst I do stuff downstairs.
Yep.
Like I do find like when you go out on your Wednesday night, you know, to darts and stuff,
Yep.
I do find on a Wednesday night that I don't actually get to sit and relax until about 9:30. Whereas when it's not a Wednesday, normally I'm done by about 8 or 7:30. But having to do everything solo.
Oh, that's the same for me.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the same for me as well.
Like,
if you're away.
like
yeah,
it means, like I really notice on a Wednesday that everything. I'm like, oh god, I'm still going a lot later into the night.
Yeah, when I say I'm not going, you're like, your mood like lifts.
Oh, I love it. I'm like, yeah, he's not going. Yes.
He's not going to have fun tonight.
No,
You can stay with me.
I think as well, it's just because Wednesday is my kind of last working teaching day of the week, and it's a very overstimulating job, and it's a lot. And sometimes by Wednesday, particularly on Wednesday, because I run a club choir in the morning. I'm then with the children all day. Then we have staff meeting on a Wednesday. It's a long day for me on a Wednesday. So sometimes I'm looking forward to that end of the day.
So I didn't really notice that. That's another thing. I thought to myself, it's middle of the week for me. It's a good relief for me. But then you think to yourself, well, you've been at work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in a really stimulating job. So you are on a Wednesday night. You do look quite burnt out from it. Not burnt out in that,
yeah.
but you do. But that's just communication as well, I suppose. Yeah. I was always, just because we started doing it on a Wednesday, now everyone does it on a Wednesday, I can't actually just change it.
No, it's
not
fine.
If I still want to do it, you know? But,
so, I don't know, maybe, I mean, we've got quite heated today. I mean, we are still married. I do plan to stay married, Tim.
Wasn't that heated?
I don't know, was it?
Was it heated?
Bit aggy. It was a bit heated.
Was it heated?
Yeah, that was heated. We had some rows there. Yeah, we were definitely... what's that called? Bumping fists?
I thought it was quite a healthy talk.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite a healthy talk. No?
I don't know. We'll see. Well, maybe you found a way.
Looking forward to the car journey home.
Maybe you found a way in your house that has made it work. Maybe you found a better way or a better way of communicating or something that works for you, and you want to share that with us or share that with our listeners and our community. Like, it would be good to know, because I'm sure, Dean, there are people out there that does it better than us that we could learn from and take advice from.
Yeah, we're still learning. I mean,
it'd be good to Good to know.
I just hate the idea that you inner resent me. So anything I can do for that not to happen, that would be handy.
Oh, Dean.
I'd hate that.
Yeah, no, I don't inner resent you.
No,
all the
sometimes
time.
obviously though, when it builds. I think it's a build up, like, and then you do like something really tiny, and you think, why is she going mad about that?
But it's not
But it's
about
not
that.
about that.
Yeah, but you've learned that now.
And then you
know
look
that.
back and you think to yourself, actually, the last couple of weeks I've been a bit shit. But
Yeah.
sometimes when you're in the moment and you're busy at work, you don't notice it. I don't anyway.
You're
sometimes.
just surviving,
Just
not
surviving.
thriving.
That's it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, let us know. Reach out. Maybe you found a way to make it work in your house, and maybe you want to give us some advice. We are open to suggestions.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Why did you do that?